Did you know Thailand has a winery which exports wine to the UK? No? Well, me neither. So today, I'm off for a weekend break in the beachside town of Hua Hin to check it out and see if the wine is any good. Not only that, there's a few more fun activities planned too. We see the competitive side of the Roman cook, and I cracked a rib. First things first, we're going to head to the winery and have a tour of the winery. We're going to try the wine, discover how wine is made in Thailand and whether it's any good. And then I think we have some plans, because Gary's laid a little challenge, to go karting. There's a great go karting track here, so that should be fun. A little bit of competition never hurt anyone. I'm going to freshen up, well, not freshen up, but I'm going to get ready, and I'll see you guys at the winery. Okay guys, I made it to Monsoon Valley. Monsoon Valley Vineyards, the only Thai winery which exports their wine, and their biggest market, if you can believe it or not, is the UK. You can find it in Thai restaurants all over the UK, and it comes from right here. So fascinating. I had no idea. And first impressions are it's in a beautiful, beautiful setting. So we're going to do a few things. We've got a few fun activities to do here. First of which is to jump in a little Jeep, a little truck, and it's going to take us through the vineyard, or the vineyards, and we're going to learn a little bit more about it. And I'll tell you a little bit more about it, of course. So it was onto the Jeep, Jurassic Park style, and it wasn't long before we were driving slowly through the beautiful vineyards. The head winemaker was with us, telling us all about the wine and answering our questions. I must admit, it's a little surreal having this experience in Thailand. It's just not something you expect to have here. After a little driving around, we stopped and were allowed out for a closer look. We've just stopped off on this little Jeep tour around the vineyard. And you know what? First thing to say is, if you haven't noticed already, it's absolutely stunning. The landscape is amazing around here. We're about 30 minutes outside of Hua Hin itself, but you come into these rolling mountains and you can see all the way to the horizon, the rolling mountains. You have these trees with orange flowers dotted around the vineyard as well. They actually said that they do take quite a lot of care in preserving the biosphere here and encouraging different wildlife. We saw hornbills and butterflies, all sorts of things around, little birds nesting on the floor. But the vineyard itself is pretty. I love a vineyard. They always seem pretty. But this one, driving around it, is great. Obviously, it all comes down to the taste, and we're going to try that later. But this is just super interesting if you're interested in wine, or not really. So far, it's just a nice trip outside of Hua Hin, as I say, but come on, you can't beat this. So obviously it's a vineyard and you have a lot of different grapes and you have a lot of different fields with different varieties and cultivars. Now, I was talking to him about that. Right now, Thailand is obviously not well known for wine. I didn't know about it. Maybe you didn't know about it too. So interestingly, some of these fields are experimental and some of them are commercial. He said they have 3 years to grow the vines, and then it's another 3 years from then to be growing the grapes, testing it, making sure if it's commercially viable and it tastes good. So a 6-year investment. So far they have 6 to 7 commercial varieties, but then they're growing more and they're trying to add 2 per year. So it's super interesting, but it is a big investment, and with that obviously comes failure and growth and learning. But yeah, interesting to see this, interesting to know that story. Genuinely, I had no idea. After a little more time in the Jeep, peacefully driving around the vineyards and looking at the nature and the estate, it was time to hop off and get ready for our competition. All right, now for a little bit of fun, we get to blend our own wine and we get to stomp our grapes. I don't know in which order, but that's quite fun. It's actually normally part of the tour, so if you guys come and do this, you'll get to do that too. Don't think I've ever done that, so should be a fun experience, right? Up first, grape stomping. So we've got the team here, and what's going to happen is a little competition. How much juice you can get out in 3 minutes. But little cheat has already started. Look at this, he's already started. I'm just going to run out into this little jug here. Who do you reckon's going to win?
I'm not
Finley?
I just want to know.
Funny that.
Joking.
All right. That is very weird.
3, 2, 1, go!
Let's go. I tell you what, guys, you're lucky. The last few videos we had some feet content. Now we got more feet content. Too good for you guys.
Where does it come from?
Not gonna lie, there's something quite nice about this, I must admit. It's almost like a foot massage. That's the end product. To be honest, most of it's still in there. However, I've done all right, I think. I'm definitely not going to be drinking that, but you can imagine at harvest season, this is what they do. It's essentially a replica of what they do at harvest season. They cheated, so we're not going to give it to them. Look at that, face of a cheat.
You see us on the go-kart track as well, then I might have to cut some corners. Pun intended.
There's no pleasure in cheating to win, is there? Got to do it the fair way. I'm going to call myself the fair winner of that. But that was fun. That was really fun, to be honest. And yeah, I'm going to wash the feet off now, and then we're going to mix up before we do the tasting. And lunch. I think we've got lunch too. It's a full afternoon out here. Next up, it was time to try our efforts at wine blending. This is just a bit of fun for us, but it's one of the key jobs of the winemaker. Some of the most celebrated and expensive wines in the world are actually blends. It's a precise art form that takes real skill which we didn't have. But it was fun regardless. Winemakers combine different grape varieties to achieve balance. One grape might provide the backbone, or a strong structure, while the other adds soft fruit flavours and a smooth finish. The goal is to create a final bottle that is better than any of the individual parts on their own, although it seems we managed to achieve the opposite. What surprised me though was the wine. The individual wines are very, very tasty, much better than what I expected. Didn't really have any expectations of Thai wine, I must admit, but to be honest, the whole experience, the drive around the vineyard, seeing the vineyard, stomping the grapes, and by the way, in harvest season or harvest festival in February, you can come and actually take part in the stomping, legit, not just in a trough like that as a little competition. And then doing the mixing, it's been so much fun, really so much fun. And I think we have some food to go next, so I'll show you a little bit of that, and then we'll carry on with our day. We've got Go Karting, that's where the competition really kicks in. And finally, for this winery tour, we could not come here without tasting some of the food and trying some of the wine. So we had a lovely lunch on the terrace with stunning views over the vineyards. The food was really good actually, especially the crab curry with the fermented rice noodles. Then it was into the back room for a wine tasting. We tried all different types of wines, from sparkling to dessert wine. My two favourites, I think, were the dessert wine and the red wine. But overall, a fantastic half-day trip. But the fun was about to continue at the Go Karting. Something a little different. Go Karting. I have only ever been Go Karting once in my life, but Gary's been giving it the big one, saying how good he is and how he wants to come. So I thought, why not? We'll challenge his competitive spirit. Here he is, Nigel Mansell.
Right, mate.
And Finley. You're gonna... Who's driving?
No,
Are you driving or are you driving?
he's going to drive himself.
You're gonna drive yourself in a junior car?
We need to wait for these guys.
Yeah, they just started. So if you're coming as an adult, you've got two carts. You've got the old cart and the new cart. 500 baht for the old one, 700 baht for 10 minutes for the new one, but you can do 2 sessions for double the price. You have junior carts, 2-seaters, where you have a junior cart for a kid, but you have a 2-seater cart where you can go with your child. We'll see. I'm not gonna give it the big one because I've only ever done it once. So we'll see how we get on. This was it. The moment you've all been waiting for. The anticipation of who's going to win. Gary, the cocky F1 wannabe who has been go-karting over 50 times, or me, the shy underdog who has only been go-karting once. Our carts were laid out for us, we made ourselves comfortable, and after a short safety briefing, which Gary must have missed, we were ready to get going. Ready? Although he started first and was ahead of me, it didn't take long before I caught him and was on his tail, causing him a bit of panic and forcing him into some, well, questionable driving. Let's be polite and say that. After brushing off these erratic moves, I was soon back on his tail and set him up for the overtake. His only way to keep ahead? Cheat. don't really have words to describe this, but every time I tried to overtake him, this would happen. A narrow miss. Sadly, on the next lap, I wasn't so lucky. That was a painful one. Still, you know what they say, good things come to those who wait. Trying to kill me?
Huh?
Trying to kill me?
You smashed into me, you nutter. You beat me at something.
Absolute bollocks. What kart number are we? Should we check our times? There you go, guys. My second time ever. Number one.
Number one.
Number one.
But also, that'll show you, look, my average speed 49 kilometres because I stopped. Wait.
You obviously put a lap time in.
Yeah, wait, listen. I stopped on one of the laps, yeah, for nearly 4 minutes.
We're not talking about average. We're talking or total. We're talking about best. There was one where me and you were racing on the lap, and I just disappeared. Come on, admit it.
Yeah, I shook your hand and said you're better than me or something.
Round 2 was just more of the same, kicking his butt. And yeah, the competitive side came out a little more of him. It was a right laugh. Second run, number 1 again. 39.1.
Doesn't count.
Average speed, 81.7. Absolutely smashed it.
No, it doesn't count because I had to stop my car and change my car and it's still counting that in my average speed. So no.
We're not talking about average speed. We're talking about fastest, best. Best time. And cheated. I got past you and you cheated.
No. No.
Have you ever heard sore loser?
All right, we're going to have a rematch in RCA when we get back to Bangkok.
All right. And before I go, I would just like to say thank you to all of my supporters on Patreon. If you'd like to find exclusive content, then you can find the information in the description. Take care.